Today I am with Jason at Norjo. What is up, my fellow munchies? It's your boy Mo here. Today I am with Jason at Norjo, and we're gonna make some cheese wheel pasta. Let's get it. All right. So what's your most popular dish here?
The most popular dish is obviously the muffalata. There's just a few places in town that are reputed to have the best muffalatas. You got Central Grocery, you got Napoleon House, and then us here in Norjo, neck and neck. For years and years, it's been the battle of the muffalatas, but we like to think that ours is the best. We toast ours here. It comes out nice and cheesy, toasty, and awesome.
And what are we gonna make today?
We're gonna do the cheese wheel pasta. Cheese wheel pasta is an old Italian tradition. It's actually dated all the way back to ancient Greece. And we're gonna take some fresh pasta and toss it in a wheel of grana padano cheese. Grana padano cheese is translated, grana means grainy. So the texture of the cheese is kind of like a Parmesan cheese.
Oh, nice.
And Padana is almost positive it's the region in Italy that it comes from.
Okay.
So yeah, we take the fresh pasta, toss it up in the wheel of cheese, and it sort of melts with the cheese and the pasta. All kinds of comes together. We do that with a little garlic and seasoning and some olive oil. And then we add one of our sauces. We do a different sauce every weekend. This weekend we have our classic puttanesca sauce, which is like a tomato sauce with olives and capers.
Okay.
And we also have a crawfish sauce.
What inspired y'all to start doing the cheese wheel pasta?
The cheese wheel pasta, well, we're an Italian deli, and this is an Italian tradition. It's one of those things that used to be, kind of relegated only to like fine dining and white tablecloths. And it's really cool to be able to just go into like a small grocery like this, and deli and see something that used to be kind of pulled up to your table, in a fancy restaurant, and now we're putting it in a to-go container so that everybody can enjoy it.
You brought the table right here.
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, let's see how it's made.
All right. So how we make our cheese wheel pasta is we're going to scrape a little bit of the cheese off the bottom of the wheel here and just get it loosened up and ready to toss our pasta in. And then while we're boiling up some pasta over here, we're going to take some garlic and some olive oil and some of our Norjo seasoning, which is kind of like an Italian seasoning that has some chili flakes and some salt and pepper in it. We're going to saute this garlic up with a little olive oil and the seasoning, and then we're going to take our fresh hot boiled pasta, pour it into the wheel, and then just start to stir it around until all that cheese starts to loosen up and attach itself to the pasta. And you'll see it sort of starts to get nice and creamy. We like to call that Italian mac and cheese. And then when it gets nice and creamy, we're going to pull it out and we're going to top it with our scratch-made puttanesca sauce, which is a tomato sauce with olives and capers and anchovies in it. And then top it off with some fresh hunks of the grana padano cheese.
Nice. Alright, well, all there's left to do now is taste it.
Eat it!
Alright, let me just start off by saying this is the first time I've ever seen pasta be made in a cheese wheel. And all of y'all should know this by now. I love cheese. Like, if I could, I would have just taken the cheese wheel home by itself. But I had two people restricting me. So let's break down the pasta. First and foremost, the pasta is cooked to perfection. Al dente AF. Then you do taste like the creaminess to the cheese, and it's not like super creamy to where it's overwhelming and rich. It's just nice and subtle. It does go really well with the puttanesca sauce. I've never had olives in a red sauce before, so this was a completely different experience than what I'm used to. I didn't hate it, because I'm a fan of olives. You do get that subtle taste of anchovies at like the very end, and the capers to me just add like a textural contrast to the whole thing. Like you get like little crunchy bits, which is nice. And then it's served on a bed of lettuce with their homemade Italian dressing, which I have to say is very good. You definitely get like that vinegary taste, but it's not overwhelming. Like it makes those vegetables pop. I like simple and made from scratch salad dressings. Generally, most Italian spots are not going to give you like a homemade salad dressing. It's usually that store-bought crap, and to me, this was a great surprise. And finally, you get a piece of garlic bread. Now, this garlic bread here is from their muffalata bun. I absolutely loved it. I love muffalata buns. They just something about them are just so wholesome. They thick, if you know what I'm saying. But you tasted the garlic like up front, and then the cheese was like the aftertaste. I did not hate it at all. And then you can also dip it in your red sauce, you know, if you like me, being a whole Arab out here in these streets. But all together, this is a very wholesome meal. I do appreciate you can come here and not only get food, but like if you need like a mini grocery run, come over here and grab you a couple things too. Overall, this is a very great experience, and I truly appreciated trying cheese wheel pasta, and you should too. Come down here, get some. I'm telling you, you're not gonna regret it.
Is there anything that you want to talk about, something special you got for the future coming up? Any shout outs?
Well, I think we have all sorts of fun stuff planned. You know, we're looking at doing some small farmers market stuff here, inviting some local purveyors to come in and sell, you know, some vegetables and some produce and some fresh oysters. Actually, we're talking to some oyster people.
Okay.
So that sort of thing. But probably the biggest thing is we're looking to take the cheese wheel pasta on the road, and we're going to start taking it out to breweries and bars and doing pop-ups with it. So
nice.
That should be a lot of fun.
All right, well, y'all better look out for it. I'm going to leave all the social media down here and also in the description below. Thank you, Jason.
Yeah, thank you.
And as always, until next time, munch on.
Munch on.